Okay, folks, turn 18. We've spawned up 5 boars of Carnoots, and we've already spawned 15 boars. So we're doing really, really well. Got more coming. Still contacting boars of Carnoots to get our first prize pigs. And I've been thinking about who I want to fight, what direction I want to go in. Actually, I think Noose is the direction I want to go, because they don't have an effective pig counter, is the main thing. Yes, they have actual, like, magic, unlike me, but they don't have any way to stop me from trampling heedlessly over them and crushing them to the ground. So that's going to be where I want to go next. Up here I'm recruiting these guys. I don't need all that many of those guys, maybe 2 or 3. I am going to build a lab and a temple down here in Lowmark. And I'd kind of like to get a fort there as well. So I'll tell you what, I actually have the money. We're just going to build a palisades real quick. Yeah, it'll just be a shitty palisade, but it'll at least kind of provide a little bit of defense here in Lowmark. At least a little bit. And for scouts, let us move some scouts into Noosian territory and see what we can do. It's a fortified village there. That's a wooden fort at Noose. That's a wooden fort there in Wolfham Plain. So yeah, I think I should be able to batter down the gates relatively quickly, since these prize pigs have 3 siege strength each. So we can stomp all over them. And they're size 4, so they should be able to trample pretty much anybody. That means, of course, that my prophet, Sui Pig, is going to have to move in that direction. But we'll probably wait one more turn. We'll spawn up a bunch more boars. And then what we're going to start doing is we're going to actually move the first prize pigs over here to Hexwoods, so that we can get their turn of summoning as well. Because the pigs come with them. They don't go into the garrison. They come with the first prize pigs here. So that should be good. And then I can maybe even invade with Big Bill. Although I'm going to need to... He won't be auto-blessing when he goes out of my dominion, so we'll have to deal with that. But I think we might be able to trample over a decent chunk of Noose and possibly even Grugland. I haven't really looked at Grugland much. Grugland has cavemen, but cavemen are not trample-proof. You can still trample them. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's interesting that he has 4 different caveman units. Plus, he has the Enkidu. Valid. So, yeah, he doesn't have any, well, anything, really. I mean, he's got water magic, water earth there, level 1's earth, nature, death. Yeah, Grugland, I think, would be a relatively easy victory. Besides their god, of course, and dealing with gods is just going to be a problem no matter what I do. So, that is turn 18. We are preparing for the war. And soon our avalanche of pig flesh will descend upon Noose and crush them for the greater glory of Big Bill. And I will see you in turn 19. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's turn 19 and the game is finally afoot. Good old Pollux the Smoking Hot Farmer here, as currently he has 26 Piggly Wigglies, but he's going to get more. We are moving out towards the Forest of Long Nights, where I think my pigs are going to do me proud. So, Pollux is leading the pigs. He's also taking all of the first prize pigs, are going with him over to Hexwoods and then to Gulm. He will pick up more pigs from them as they go. So he should end up with, like I said, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm hoping that he gets up to about 50 or possibly 60 pigs by the time he gets there. But he may well not. Might not be that many. By the time he gets there, we'll probably also be ceasing to recruit pigs so heavily, probably only be summoning 1 per turn. We are still casting Haruspecs in an effort to find more nature sites. We didn't find any this turn, I don't believe. No sights, no sights, and no sights. Unfortunately, Stalin the Hawkmeister is the prophet of socialism is an ideal from Plaguetopia, so good on that. Sui Pig, the prophet, is going with us in order to bless all the pigs. We're also over here, we're recruiting Lavaborn, which are really expensive and kind of shitty troops, but they hit really hard, which may be something that I need in the future. And down here, we're recruiting some Indie Heavy Infantry, which is defensible, but actually, in this case, I'm going to spend that money on recruiting stinking varmints instead. We've got Castor down here. Castor has a bunch of stinking varmints, but we're just leaving him here to kind of like patrol and keep things friendly, you know, good fences make good neighbors, and etc. And we're going to go up here and we're going to take this throne in the Forest of Long Nights. What throne that is, I have no idea, but any throne would be pretty sweet. It's not the throne of the Churning Ocean. If it was the throne with an actual mage, that could be a game changer. I think the Throne of Water is usually underwater. Yeah, it's underwater because it lets you recruit Hydromancers. The Throne of Fire would be really good. The Golden Throne would be really good. The Throne of Air would be really good. Any of those three, the Crystal Throne would be super good. The Throne of Gaia would also actually be pretty super good for me. Other thrones, like Throne of Bureaucracy, First Age, Throne of Life would be fantastic. I would love that. Fortune would be great. Misfortune would still be fine. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can get. But, in any case, we're going to get that throne. We're going to claim it. We're going to... I would love to slap a fort on it, but I can't, because I can't cast the damn spell, so... I need 60 N to empower him. That won't take long, in fact, but I still need more Boars of Carnutes. We're going to keep up with the first prize pigs. We're going to run our nature gems down real low, and then we're going to stop dead and let it build back up. A few turns after that, Big Bill will be able to empower himself, and that will be a game changer once again. But I think this army can be beaten by just a bunch of frenzied tramplers, and then we'll also have the poison auras. They will poison some of the pigs, but the pigs are very disposable, so like it won't hurt me that much that they do that. And then after that, I will be in a decent position to launch attacks on either Noose, or Plaguetopia, or possibly even Makono, although, realistically speaking, I don't really want to do that. Don't really want to be fighting Makono, necessarily, because geographically, they're kind of way the hell and gone. This whole lake is the underwater discard pile, so they are in an incredibly strong position. They have a throne they can reach really, really easily. Beyond that, I don't think they have any super, super good... they have a throne in the water, of course. That's going to be the throne of the Churning Ocean, I guess. So actually, I guess the throne of water must be on land. But they can hit that throne real easy. They can hit that throne real easy. And of course, that throne is just owned by them. So they've got 3 thrones within striking distance. You only need 6. So they're halfway there, living on a prayer kind of right from the get-go. From my position, I've got that throne. I've got access to that throne in Black Peaks, which I can also run over pretty easily, probably. In fact, I could just go that way. That might be simpler. I don't know. I don't think you get the nature thrones in mountains, though. I don't know if terrain has anything to do with thrones, actually. But I've got that throne, I've got that throne. That throne is fairly easy to access, although I will have to hack my way through Swanpire to get at it. That is... Oh, no, there's another underwater throne. Okay, so yeah, that we have to do something about that, but I just fucking can't reach underwater thrones. Unless I were to outfit an army of my scouts, which wouldn't be the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but would be pretty dumb. If I had water at all, it wouldn't be so bad, because I could potentially outfit a whole bunch of scouts with, like, bottles of living water and use them. But beyond that, I don't know, man. Seems pretty rough. That throne's gonna be kind of hard for me to reach until late in the game. Here, 1 second. Let's turn off everything except thrones, just to see where they are. So, we got there, 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 there. Okay. Yeah, so there's several thrones that are quite far away from me. There's like 3 in a line, or I'm sorry, there's 4 in a straight No, only 3. There's 3 in a straight line that I just can't really access until very late in the game because they're on the other side of the world from me. There are 2 underwater that I can't access because they're underwater, and I don't get to go underwater. Then I have 1, 2, 3 in relatively close proximity, 4 there, 5, and 6. So those 6 are going to end up being my targets. That being so, 4 of them are in this side, so really, from an overall, from like a big wide-angle strategic perspective, the people that I need to kill to get my thrones are, I have to kill Swanpire. I have to kill, I don't necessarily have to kill Plaguetopia, but I have to kill Swanpire, I have to kill Makono and Noose, and I probably have to kill Grugland in order to get those. And then we can kind of see where we're at. So yeah, I'm going to be generally moving this way. It's going to be my overall strategic sweep. In terms of who my enemies are then, by virtue of that, Makono does have size 4. They have the Gerontes, so they can thug lightly against my my hordes of tramplers, and they do have access to magic that can forge decent thug gear. They have Water 1, they have Fire and Death 1, they have Earth 1. They even potentially have Fire, Death, or Earth 2 from their capital-only sorceresses. Their troops, fortunately, will be very bad. I'll be able to storm through them with my tramplers pretty well. So Makono shouldn't be a huge problem, hopefully. Noose, of course, is my nation. They also don't have a great answer to trampling pigs. They can try to thug with Cynocephalian Shamans or with Sons of Heaven. They can give Sons of Heaven potentially... they can give Cynocephalian Shamans enlargement items, potentially, and they actually have pretty good forging, because they have Shamans. And Shamans with randoms can get really, really good forging options. They also have Bone Readers, so they could potentially drop Wailing Winds on me, if they get lucky. Grugland... I just keep clicking the wrong buttons. Grugland has cavemen, but they're only size 3. So, yeah, they've got some decent magic as well, but... they do get water too, so they can forge items there. They can also cast summon water elementals, which are pretty good anti-pig units. They're capital only, but they are rec point 2, so you can have a bunch of them. Grugland might actually be the hardest to trample under the hooves of my pigs. But in any case, we'll see how that goes when it comes time. So, for right now, we're just going to go secure the Forest of Long Nights. And then, after that, we'll swing south towards Black Peaks. So, till then, I'll see ya. Turn 20. Okay, folks, turn 20. I haven't found any new magic sites, although I continue to cast Haruspecs. I think I'm going to be, like, pretty much Haruspexed out at this point. Can you research? Yes, you cannot. I think I have as many of you guys researching as I can. So, yeah, we're pretty much Haruspexed out. We're dropping another round of boars, and we think we'll get one more round before we have to change what we're doing a little bit. So we're gonna patrol with the pegs. Patrol with pegs. We've got our Piggly Wiggly army here is moving up to Golem. We've also got a few of our stinking varmints with that, and we're gonna join some more over here. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 3 that we're recruiting. I don't need to be recruiting those guys. I can save that money. So we'll have a decent amount of them. They'll kind of go in first. The pigs will sweep around the flanks. We'll have our prophet to drop the fat divine blessing on them to give them all blood vengeance and poison resistance, which will be critical. And then the stinking varmints can take the center. while the pigs rush around and attack the rear of this formation, which is lots of phantasmal warriors, militias, heavy infantry, archers. They do have a sorceress, which means they probably will summon elementals, which will cause significant pig casualties, but hopefully the pigs will be able to kill it with blood vengeance. Beyond that, that's honestly, that's about all I'm doing right now. We're preparing for the strike in the Forest of Long Nights. So that's turn 20. I know it's slow. We hit alteration level 4. So what I can also do is actually I can send for, well, I can't actually because I need my nature gems to generate more pigs. What could I do? I could cast I could throw protection, I could throw fascination. See what level 4 gives me swarm, which is useful, but it costs gems. And I don't want to spend gems on it. So no, it'll be entirely the pig and hydra hatchling show. So yeah, that's fine. We're gonna hit alteration level 5 in a couple of turns, and then I have to think about where I want to go after that. Now I have started recruiting some of my capital only earth mages. So I will have access to limited earth magic. And I have earth power. I'll be able to use them to summon. I think I have a cave, don't I? Do I have a cave? Yes, Golem is a cave. What can they random again? Air, fire, death, or earth 3. And they are master smiths. So I'll be able to start forging some shit as well. So I'll want to grab construction. I might as well just run down to construction level 4, I guess. It'll give me legions of steel as well. So that'll be nice to have. Okay, so I think that'll be the plan. And you lot, go down here and start preaching. Please. Okay. That's it then. I'll see y'all in turn 21, and on turn 21, we will launch our attack towards the Forest of Long Nights. Turn 22, we'll see what we got. Thanks for watching. See you then. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's turn 21. The attack is about to go in. We have a total of about 80 units. We've got a few horned serpents kind of mixed in there. We've got a bunch of prize pigs, and then some of our stinking varmints all charging on in to seek death and or glory at the hands of these guys and their sorceress leader. Hopefully it'll be glory, might be death, we'll see. Only got a few pigs that turn, unfortunately. I believe the pig spawn chance is related to Dominion. Dominion strength, rather. So I do want to get them deep into my own Dominion. I would also like to build one more temple, which I think shouldn't be too hard a job. We can build a temple. We've got temples in all of our forests. We can build a temple over here in Golem, and where we already have a palisade as well, and use that to set things up. So, that will be great. Suyu Pig and Pollux are moving in. The Piggly Wigglies are moving back to Hydrangea, where they will join the other pigs. So all in all, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 free spawners right now, and I'm summoning 2 more this turn, and I'll get 2 more next turn. After that, I think things will slow down. Big Bill is moving out to start site searching. Next turn, I will also get my first farmer who can read, thus gaining me a little bit of literacy in the nation. Definitely something worth having. And my scouts continue to spread out. That is Ocean. My scouts continue, as I say, to spread out, searching for all the details they can get me, all the goody, gooey, interesting details about the way the world is. So if we scroll out to take a look, we can see myself here, my modest little empire. We've got quite a bit of Swanpire. Swanpire is actually pretty big, and they've gotten underwater pretty effectively, which is lovely for them. We've got Noose. Noose is, I think, comparable to my size. Makono might be larger than I am, but we'll kind of have to see. Plaguetopia doesn't seem super big. And then over here we've got Nixtlan. I'm not sure where there's their capital, Nixtlan, right over there. So yeah, we're spreading out, gaining a little bit more information as we go. The underwater discard pile down here is, of course, extremely strong just because there's no one who can stop them in all of their water. They own the seas. And in Jab, it looks like, yeah, a bunch of troglodytes just wiped out some Gruglandish province defense. Good on them. So, we'll see how the capture goes over there. We are, I think we still have like one person casting Haruspex, maybe not. I think we've Haruspexed. I think we've Haru'd all the specs we can. Yeah, we've Haru'd all of our specs, so we can't do that anymore, unfortunately. We also can't forge anything yet. I could awaken Vinemen, but I want to save my gems. Because, of course, as I said, the next big step is going to be to empower Big Bill back up to Nature 4. We're one turn away from Alteration 5, then we're going to grab some basic construction, and we'll see how we go after that. So, turn 21, I'll see you in turn 22, and we'll find out if we have taken the throne in the Forest of Long Nights. See you then. Okay, turn 22, and the first true encounter of the pigs. Another scout suicided himself in Plaguetopia for some reason. I don't know why that happened, but there was a battle in the Forest of Long Nights. The Pig Brigade was deployed in its full glory for the first time. So facing them, a little over 100 units led by 2 sorceresses. There and there. A lot of Phantasmal Warriors, a lot of Militia, so not high-quality opposition. But hey, you know, sometimes low-quality opposition can be a problem. We've got our pigs deployed on both sides, together with a few sneaky snakes. We've got some more sneaky snakes, but poisonous ones this time in the center, and then our commanders in the rear. So, the troops surge forward. Now, unfortunately, we run into a problem, which is that Pollux, the smoking hot farmer here, hits a pig with fireflies, and and fails his roll, and so accidentally gets injured by my own blood vengeance. So he routs. That's an issue. But the pigs themselves perform admirably. They storm right in. They crush the front lines. They actually kill the sorceress with blood vengeance damage before they even reach the front line, I believe. And overall, kill count is admirably lopsided. They killed 160 units, counting the undead that were summoned, losing 28 of their own number. Now, as I said, Pollux retreats because he got slapped by the blood vengeance. So I have to remember not to let my fire mages actually cast spells, like actually cast damage spells. So they need to cast, like, to be honest, I'm just gonna tell him to hold and not cast spells, and then stay behind troops. He is still going to cast spells doing that, but hopefully they won't. Hopefully it won't happen till later in the battle. So, up here, Suhi Pig is claiming the throne. This is the throne of the First Age. Not the best throne, but it does at least give me a little bit of magic resistance. Although, to be honest, I don't need to claim that just yet. I'm okay with not claiming that. I have put defense in this province up to... Why 26? Let's put it up to 16. How about that? Put defense up pretty high just to have some units in case somebody tries to fight me for it. I really need... I've stopped summoning pigs. So I've got a bunch of pigs. They can spawn small armies in rapid order, so that's fine. I'm gonna wait a few turns because I need to get enough gems to empower Big Bill. So that's going to be 4 turns, then I empower, and then I can start summoning pigs again. Big Bill is walking around site searching real quick. I lost this province to knights, so we're going to go in and take that back shortly here. I do have quite a bit of money, and I could, if I wanted, recruit a bunch of barbarians, or I can recruit some more stinking varmints down here. So we're going to recruit some more varmints. I'm still trying to get blood magic out of my my dudes here, but not going well yet. Not going well yet. In any case, we are preaching, trying to get our dominion here into Lomark. And I still could use another temple. I'm kind of tempted to build a temple up here. Build a lab and a temple. Start recruiting wizards. I'll think about it. In any case, we're also preparing to pig stampede across Noose, which I think, as I said before, I think we can do. If we've got this gang of vermin up here, we've got more pigs coming over this way. We're gonna hit the Stinging Swamp, and then we should have significant pig forces in place to charge in and crush at least the eastern parts of Noose. Now, Noose doesn't have stealthy troops. In fact, they barely have troops. Certainly nothing that can stop the stampede of angry boars. What they do have is magic. And they are definitely going to have shamans and bone readers present to do stuff with. They could also have, as I said, size-buffed Cynocephalian shamans who can stop the stampede. I haven't seen any Cynocephalian shamans yet. In fact, I haven't seen much. They do have some shamans up here. So earth magic, nature magic, potentially fire and death. But we'll just kind of have to see. I don't think they'll have anything that can really stop a horde of angry pigs. And if I set them on attack rear, they should be able to bust through a fortress pretty effectively. And like even this many, because they have so much siege strength each, this is a blind pig, which is sad, but you know, these things happen. Yeah, a lot of the pigs are injured. Like a lot of them. Wow. Interesting. Okay, well that's fine. I think these pigs can probably trample down the enemy fairly effectively still. And like I said, I got all these coming. I can move all my pigs over here to Hexwoods and churn out a steady supply of pork heading into the heartlands of Noose, and that will be the plan. So, we'll see. We'll just kind of see what's good. But this turn, very satisfied with this turn. Big Bill, like I said, sight searching, then we're going to take him to lead the charge into Stinging Swamp. He shouldn't be too afraid of that heavy cavalry. Since we do have Alteration now, he can actually cast some spells on himself, and he can even cast some combat spells if he has gems. He doesn't have gems right now, but I could if I wanted to send him some, and he could cast, like, Howl or something. Howl would actually be a really good spell to be casting, although it would put him directly to sleep. For right now, we're just going to tell him to Iron Skin himself. And, he can't enlarge himself anymore. He's already as big as he can get. So yeah, just Iron Skin and then attack. That'll be fine. The Iron Skin will kick him up to Natprot 23, and then when he berserks, he'll hit 28. Oh, wait, there's another spell. He doesn't have that yet because I haven't researched any enchantment. He doesn't have personal regen. That's a shame. Because that's only level 2. Let's grab enchantment level... Yeah, we'll want enchantment level 6 eventually. Maybe even 7, although we can't really compete with Earthblood Deepwell unless we get super, super lucky. But level 2 wouldn't be bad. Yeah, let's grab enchantment level 2 after construction, and then we'll see where we're at after that. Okay, that is the turn. I'll see y'all in turn 23.